kids and coaches, I'm Coach Kent Murphy. Let's head back to the Bay Area and take a look at the only team that can't escape Oakland, the A's, as we look at their 2020 team preview. Oakland, where the youngsters get hyphy and the baseball team gets every other team's leftovers. The A's became famous for Moneyball, a system where they pay slightly above average players below average money to not win a World Series. But hey, at least you get the stadium all to yourselves this year, since the Raiders and the Stray Cats both decided it was too much of a dump to stay in. Hell, the A's have been asked for so long that even Sir Mix-a-Lot is considering becoming a boob man. So let's go ahead and break this roster down from a fundamental standpoint. Closing it down, you got Liam Hendriks. He looks like a guy who's wearing a Who Farted t-shirt under his jersey. He said he's worried about being an outsider to his teammates. Yeah, it must be tough when everybody in the clubhouse is always muttering, "Look at that guy doing his job. What a douche." Catcher, you got Sean Murphy. Bob Melvin said he's the guy he's been waiting for. So, I bet he also can't wait for the rest of the guys he's been waiting for to finally arrive. At first base, you got Matt Olson. He won his second Gold Glove last year, which, for first baseman really just means that you've got the ability to touch and or see your toes. Cool! At second base, you got Franklin Barreto, one of the final dingleberries from the Josh Donaldson trade. He hit a whopping 123 last year in his brief debut. So, I guess the fans aren't the only ones doing a Weekend at Bernie's impression at that stadium. At third base, you got Matt Chapman. Looking at that guy, it's easy to understand why he got 11 hit by pitches last year. He also made the All-Star team because, as they say, every team has to get one. At shortstop, you got Marcus Semien. He racked up 747 plate appearances last year. That's a ton of appearances with subpar performance. Or as Oakland fans call it, Draymond Greening. Close your mouth, pal. In left field, you got Mark Canha. He's hoping to shed the underdog tag this season to become a household name. But, until you can drive in more than 58 runs from the middle of the lineup, you'll remain barely a doghouse name. In center field, you got Ramon Laureano. Racked up the most errors and the lowest fielding percentage among all center fielders last year. Or as the Oakland A's GMs call him, one of our 9 best. A starter. In right field, you got Stephen Piscotty. Supposedly, he can throw 93 miles per hour. He can also supposedly play right field. Fingers crossed. At DH, you got Chris Davis. Emphasis on the K. He swung at the highest percentage of pitches in the strike zone last year. So, with that many strikeouts, I guess your strike zone should probably just be your nuts. So there you have it, the 2020 Oakland A's. If we're lucky, they'll get Canseco and McGuire back to roid themselves up and bash brother my eyes out of my skull so I don't have to watch this team. And hopefully you don't either. So my prediction for wins for the A's is 14. And if they go full Trashtros and Mike Fiers doesn't tell on them, as many as 17.